Good morning students, this is Venkat. Welcome to social class. Today I am going to start in your class 8, that is third lesson, Earth, Moments and Seasons. Before starting the lesson, what we learned in the previous lessons? We know that we learned about the first lesson, maps. Second lesson is about energy from the sun. You understand that what is solar radiation, what is solar insolation, and how the effects comes on the earth because of the solar radiation and also the solar insolation. That is comes in our third unit, that is earth movements and also the seasons. We know that what is meant by a movement. See that myself. Movement means I am moving front, at the same time back, I am moving towards the right, at the same time I am moving towards the left also. So human body was flexible, then we can move whichever side we want, we can go. Similarly, the earth is also having that movements, so that we are going to be learn today's lesson. So the lesson of our class was earth, moments and seasons. So in this class we are going to be learning that because of earth movement, what are the changes are going to be occurs. So because of the movements of the earth, so what are the changes are going to be occurs, that we are going to be learn in our today's class. First one is what are changes. To see that in winter we feel very cool, then we are using the blankets for the purpose of covering our body because it's a very cool temperatures can found in the month of winter. And in summer we never like to use the blanket. We don't want to cover our body also because of heat. And also in sometimes we have the heavy rainfalls and we are using the umbrella. At the same time, how the changes comes on the earth, because of the changes of the earth, lot of effects comes on the environment also. See that sometimes the trees are sprouting the new leaves, sometimes the trees are spreading that old leaves, means called shedding that old leaves. Sometimes the trees are looks like completely we found only the stems can found in the trees, and sometimes the trees are with the flowers. That type of changes we found on the earth. So these all the changes are going to be occurs in your lesson, and why these changes are occurring and how this type of changes, what are the major reason behind of these changes. See in your textbook, page number 33 in old textbook, we have the four pictures. If you observe the pictures here, in the first picture, the tree is completely covered with the ice. Ice or snow. You know, we are in the region of India, except in some of the places of India, remaining places we never get the snow falling. But in some of the time, particularly in the month of January or December ending, in some places we also observe that the snow falling can found it. Similarly here, this is a picture was taken from Lancashire of USA, because USA is a one place that you can found in the region of North America, means United States of America. This is called as USA. USA means United States of America. There, they taken one picture. In that country, the place name is called as Lancaster, or is called as Lancaster. In the Lancaster, they have the four pictures. These are the four pictures which they observed that some different type of changes. If you observe the picture first, then the picture is showing that the tree is covered with the snow, complete snow falling, because in the region of in the world or else on the globe, northern countries are observing with the snow falling. Even we know that we have the Himalayas mountains. There we cannot get the trees, but in near of Himalayas also there are some places they are also getting that, or else observing the snow falling. So in the first picture, this is in the picture shows that the tree is covered with the snow. Second picture shows that is a one. It's a tree is covered with the fully grown leaves. It means after a long days, because we observe in the region of India after the rainy season, all the trees are going to get the new leaves, and it looks like here also in the second picture, this tree is growing with the fully grown leaves. That is because of good rainfall, because of good sunshine. The third one is, in the third picture, this tree is sprouting, means coming that new leaf. See that this is in a third picture shows that sprouting. That sprouting means the tree already lost the leaves and it is coming with the new leaves. It is starting with the new leaves. So third picture shows that sprouting the new leaves. And the fourth picture was here is these are the leaves are ripened red, means converting into the red. It means after converting the red, these leaves are going to fall down. Similarly, here also there are some of the changes which we are observing on the trees because of the seasons. So first picture was showing that the tree is covering with the snow. Second picture shows that the tree is fully grown leaves. And third picture shows that the tree leaves are sprouting, new of the leaves are sprouting. The fourth picture was showing with these are the trees are converting into the ripened color. So this is in a one different type of things we can find that. Similarly, they gave that some of the explanation. In the region of India, if it is in summer, we feel very hot. So we don't like to stay, we are unable to stand outside because of the high temperature. In the winter, we are covering our body with woolen sweaters. But in the region of USA, it's quite different. In winter, there is a snow falling, it's a very cool temperatures. In the summer, they also have that not a cool temperature. They also have that not a high temperature. They found this cool temperatures can found in the region of USA. They gave one example. Name of the place was Ohio. This is called as Ohio. There, the daytime, even in the time of winter, the daytime is too long than to that night time. Even in the place of USA, some of the places in the month of summer, they have that the daytime is very high compared with the night time, because we know that in the region of world approximately the day and the night the time difference is like maximum for half an hour, 2 hours, in other maximum half an hour, 2 hours like that. But in some of the areas, even in midnight also, the sun is going to be appears. That you can say that land of midnight sun. What you can say that land of midnight sun. It means at night 12 o'clock in the region of Norway, because the land of midnight sun in the world, the country was Norway, that you can find in the region of Europe. The countries are called as Scandinavian countries. There are 3 countries in the globe that you can say that Norway, Sweden and Finland. These 3 countries are called as Scandinavian country. In the region of Norway, in the midnight 12 o'clock, the sun is going to be appears. That's why you can say that the land of midnight sun. So why these all the changes? In some of the countries, the daytime is very high. In some countries, the daytime is very low. In some countries, the sun never appears for 6 months of time. In some countries, that the day will be continuously throughout the 4 or 5 months of time. Why these all the differences we are going to get that. So if you want to know about these all the things, we have to know our lesson. Take an example, we have the countries in the region of south and also in the region of north. Imagine this is called as globe. Here, from here, this is called as equator. The down countries are called as southern countries. The top countries are called as the northern countries. So India is 1 minute. India is in one. The countries comes in the northern hemisphere. Imagine this is called as a globe. Here you observe that this is an equator. Equator divides the earth into two equal halves. This is called as northern hemisphere. This is called as southern hemisphere. If countries like, here we have the Australia, and here we have the Indonesia, and here we have the Philippines, and almost all the African countries like South Africa, Madagascar, and etc. And we have the South American countries also. These all the countries comes in the southern hemisphere, and some countries like USA, even in Russia, even in all European countries, even in Asian countries. These all the countries comes in the northern hemisphere. You know, the thing was, the countries that you can find in the northern side is different than to the countries that you can find in the southern side is different. Northern, in the region of northern side, if the season is in summer, here you can find the winter, because there is a lot of variations. And in the region of northern side, if it is summer, in the region of winter, it is in the region of south, it is a winter. If it is summer in the southern region, it's a winter year. So there is a lot of variations. So why these are the variations we can find on the globe that we are going to be learned today. So the globe is we know that this is called as a globe. On the down of equator we have the southern countries, and the up of this one we have the northern countries. Northern countries is different, southern countries was different. Now see that first. What are the factors that affect the seasons? Factors that affect the seasons. There are 4 factors. One is called as this is the first one. Second one is because of rotation. Third one is because of tilt. The fourth one is because next one is revolution. So what are the 4 factors that affects the seasons? First factor was curvature of the earth, otherwise shape of the earth. You see, this is called as earth or as globe, model of the earth. If you observe the globe, here in the middle, we found this more area, or else called as bulges. If you goes down, it can be bending. So because of the shape of the earth, that you can say that because of the shape, the heat cannot travel equally throughout the earth. So imagine that if you throw the water, maximum water falls here, it never falls here or here. Similarly, if you on the light falls maximum here only, that light cannot travel to the long distance. The foremost factor of the seasons was because of the curvature of the earth, or else called as spherical of the earth. The curvature or spherical means the shape of the earth was different. Because of the shape is also one of the factor for the earth seasons changing. So because in the center it was very big, that's a bulges. In the top it is going to be bending. So because of that factor, seasons are having that different. In the middle it takes that more light, in the top it cannot take that more. Thus is one of the factor, curvature of the spherical shape. Curvature or spherical shape. So next one is rotation. See this, I don't want to draw a picture. This is an earth. Earth is always rotates. This is called as rotation. This is called as rotation. So if you observe that earth is always rotating. So earth rotates from, this is called western side, that is called as eastern side. Alright, here this is called as west, this is called as east. We know that side we have the sun. So sunshine is always falls from the eastern side. So because of the sunshine, the sunshine is always takes this place, and this is the side, it never takes the place in the first time. After the rotation, half of the area will take the sunlight, half of the area will not take the sunlight. Now I am going to explain that what is meant by earth rotation. Imagine before I was shown a globe. Now imagine that myself is called as globe. Earth rotation means earth rotates on its own axis. Axis means imaginary line that is connecting from north to south. There is no line actually, but just we are imagining that there is a line, it is connecting between north to south. So earth rotates on its own axis from west to east. It always travels like this, but it never travels. So because of the earth rotation, it starts from west to east. Because of that factor, this side sun is there, and here the globe was there. This is called an eastern side, this is called as western side. This is a sunlight. First it falls on the eastern side. Because of that factor, eastern countries are having the first sunlight compared with the western side. So you take an example, the Japan is a country, takes the sunlight first, later last the USA will take the sunlight. So the reason there is a 24 hours variation between east to west. So why it is? Because of sunlight, the sunlight falls on the earth. Eastern portion of the earth will take the sunlight, other side will not take the sunlight. So because of that factor, one side they are taking the sunlight, that side is called as daytime. So now the sun is appearing. So the region complete, we are in the region of Hyderabad. The area is, it looks like a daytime. Other side, opposite side, they don't have the sunlight. That appears like a dark. So because of that factor, that side is called as nighttime. So it means we know 12 hours daytime, 12 hours nighttime. So that is because of the earth rotation only. Because of earth rotation, half of the earth is taking the sunlight, half of the earth is not taking the sunlight. The area of the earth is taking the sunlight is called as daytime. Other side is called as nighttime. So the days and the nights are forming because of the rotation only. Clear or not? And also half of the area is taking the light and half of the area is not taking the sunlight. Clear or not? Now just imagine that if there is no rotation of the earth was stopped and it's fixed there only, what will happen? So if the earth was stopped without rotation, what will happen? If there is no rotation on the earth, so there is no chance for days and the nights. So imagine if there is a daytime, we never get the sleep. So throughout the life, if there is no time, there is no sleeping and there is no, just only we have to work. And also there are a lot of problems. So if there is no days and nights, so there is a lot of health problems and everything is going to be occurs, and there is no day and night also if there is no rotation of the earth, even there is no movement of air also. So that is the effect of days and nights. Clear or not? So do you understand what is meant by earth rotation and how it is going to be occurs? Now come to the next one is earth revolution. So before of starting the earth revolution, one more point is called as earth tilt. It is also one of the factor for why the seasons are going to be occurs. First, I explain the shape of the earth. Second, I explain the rotation. The third one is called as a tilt. Tilt means bend. See that earth was not standing with the 90 degrees. It is called as 90 degrees. Earth is not standing with the 90 degrees. It is always bending with the 23.5 degree bending. It means if it is straight of the earth, that's a different, but earth is not standing with the straight, it is bending with the 23.5 degree. Actually 90 minus 66.5 degree, we are going to get that 23.5 degree. The bending of the earth was, it is bending with the 23.5 degree. So 23.5 degree bending is also causes a difference between north and also the south, and some of the countries are receiving that 24 hours daytime. In some countries they have the 24 hours nighttime because of this bending only. So bending is also called as tilting. Earth is always tilt 23.5 degrees. Now come to the seasons. This is called as earth seasons. Earth, this is one shape of earth. We don't have the four earth, only one earth only. Earth rotates on its own axis and also it revolves around the sun. Actually, for completion of one rotation, it takes the 24 hours of time. But this is called as revolution. Earth rotates on its own axis and also it revolves. Revolves means complete rotation and revolution. So moving from one place to other place. Clear? Earth rotates on its own axis and also it revolves around the sun is called as revolution. Right? rotates on its own axis, and also it revolves around the sun is called as revolution. See that Earth on September 23rd, example, the September 23rd, the Earth starts from here. By December 22nd, the Earth is in the other side. So within 3 months of time, the Earth is goes this side, and also that by March 21st, the Earth is comes here, and also that by June 21st, the Earth is comes here. So the journey was started from 23rd year, and for completion of one journey, again to come to the same place, it was taken 1 year of time. That is still September 23 again. For example, if the journey started from September 23rd, 2020 year, next year in 2021 September 23rd, again the Earth is comes into the same place. So for completion of one revolution, it takes that 365 days. 365 1/4 of days. 1/4 will be considering as a 6 hours of time. For every 4 years, one leap year is comes. That leap year, this 1/4 is going to be added. There it is converting into the 366 days. The leap year is having that 366 days. Clear or not? So Earth revolves around the own axis, and it also revolves around the sun is called as revolution. So the way which the Earth goes is called as a path. Path or else called as Earth orbital view or else orbit. So this is a path where the Earth was moves. Earth revolves around the sun. Around the sun, it is a particular path. The way or a path is very important also. Clear or not? And come to that, there are two more important words. The March 21st and also the September 23rd. March 21st and September 23rd is called as equinoxes. Why it is called as equinoxes? So on March 21st and September 23rd, throughout the world, the days and nights are equal. What you can say that September 23rd and March 21st, the both days will considering as a equinoxes, because throughout the world the days and the nights are equal. It means daytime 12 hours, nighttime 12 hours throughout the world. Clear or not? So what is meant by equinoxes? Equinoxes means the days and the nights both are equal throughout the world. That is possible only on September 23rd and March 21st. Come to that next. In the region of northern side, on September month we have that autumn, and in the region of southern side we have the spring. It's quite opposite to the northern side. Clear? See, this is this side. If it is in a autumn in the north, spring in summer. Here in the region of here, winter in the north, south in the summer in the spring, south. Here also summer in the north, and also that winter in the south. Here also spring in the north, autumn in the south. That's quite opposite to the north and south. That's one. So one more thing is, throughout the world, then on that June 21st, the day will act as a longest day, either daytime and also that's night time. The day will be high. That is also possible. Now we have to learn that temperature belt. So what is meant by temperature belt? Imagine that this is called as a globe, This is an equator, that is 0 degree, and here is 23.5 degree northern latitude, and here also see this 0 degree to 2 to the 23.5 degree. This area is called as tropical zone. What you can say that? Tropical zone. Here also in the northern side and also in the region of tropical. Because we know that 23.5 degree northern latitude is called as Tropic of Cancer. 23.5 degrees southern side is called as Tropic of Capricorn. Between 0 degree to 23.5 degree north and the south is called as tropical zone. Here is the sun energy is very high, and here also the rainfall is also comes in the somewhat good. Next one is from 23.5 degree to 66.5 degree in the north and also in the region of south. That area is called as temperate zone. What is called as temperate zone? See this 0 degree to 23.5 degree is called as tropical zone, having that good extension of sunshine, because the sunlight falls exactly on 23.5 degree. How the light is falls on your head in the mid time, in the sense of 12 o'clock and 1 o'clock in the daytime in the region of India. And here is 23.5 degrees to 66.5 degree north and south is called as temperate zone. There the temperatures are not high and not low. Above and is called as average temperatures can found in these areas also. Come to the next 66.5 degree to 90 degrees are called as polar zones. What is called as polar zones, even in north and also the south. So this area is having the cold temperatures quite opposite to the 0 degree. So 0 degree is having the high temperatures, 90 degrees are having the lowest temperatures. So we have that some different type of temperatures belt. 0 degree to 23.5 degree north and south is called as tropical, and 23.5 degree to 66.5 degree north and south is called as temperate. 66.5 degree to 90 degrees in the north and south is called as polar. So these are some different type of zones that we can found on the earth. So here also in the next lesson we are going to be learn that polar regions, why these areas are having that complete throughout the 6 months of time, why they have that daytime, why they have that night time, and why this area is covered with completely snow, what the people are living. These are all the things we are going to be learn in the next class. Before of concluding this lesson, I am going to give that complete explanation one more time. First we learn that what are the different type of problems can found in the region of globe based upon the seasons. I explained about the Lancashire photo which is given in your textbook, the differences between one picture to other picture. Next, the factors for the seasons. First, the shape of the earth is one of the factor. Next one is the rotation of the earth is also one of the factor. Next, a tilt means the bending of earth, how much angle the earth is bending. And also the next one is, I also explained that revolution. And finally I concluded with the temperature belts. We have the how many belts we have, these all the things. Thank you. I will meet in the next class. Thank you my dear children. Have a nice day.